I'm glad you're joining me. We are going to go over this week's math, and I don't want you to try to do all of this in one day, so we're going to split this up, and I have it listed out where you can do a couple pages. Do as many pages. Just make sure you get through the whole packet of pages sometime during the week. So you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to work through it. If you want to do all of it in one day, you could. If you want to, do one on one day and do a couple on another day and a couple on another day, that's fine too. So I'm going to show you how to do each of the different pages. So you can pause it, you can start it at wherever you need to throughout the week. So watch the lessons, follow the directions for each page. You might need help from mom and dad if you're unsure, but I'm going to show you right now what to do. Then I want you to write your name on each of the page. In between pages, take a play break, or just a little break, or do a little run around, or do some jumping jacks. And then it also says ABC Mouse. Let's learn about pigs and ducks. I have a really fun lesson that is on there for ABC Mouse this week about pigs and ducks. Okay, so we'll put that off to the side. So we're talking about measurement. And the first one that we're going to do, you can take off, or rather have moms and dads. I have it stapled together. It's easier if you have this off, just because then your pieces are loose and you can see all of them. Have moms and dads take this off because I don't want you poking your fingers. But you can just ask, hey mom, can you take the staple out for me? But don't lose your pages, okay? So keep them all together with one of the paper clips. I've sent a lot of paper clips, so make sure you keep your pages together. Okay, so the first page here is chapter 9 and its measurement. And you notice, well, I'm gonna let you look. What do you notice? What do you see? You see all kinds of different pictures. And you see, right, some crayons. We've got a sweet potato, a strawberry, asparagus, you have a green bean, some corn on the cob, and you have a little tiny toy dump truck. So we're going to look at the objects. The words we're going to be talking about are longer than or shorter than. So longer than means that it's bigger. So for instance, if you're looking at my pencil here, let's see, that's a little distracting because it's busy, so we'll just put it right here. Longer, so there's my pencil. So is my hand longer than or shorter than the pencil? Well, the pencil goes from here to here, and my hand goes from here to here. So my hand is bigger, so it's longer. It's longer than. So the pencil is shorter than my hand. So it's smaller, it's shorter, it's smaller. Longer, shorter. Okay, so let's look at these again. So on the first one with our sweet potato, is the sweet potato longer than the crayon? So we're going to circle the objects that are as long as one crayon. So it's the same length. So let's look. As long as, that means it's the same size. So if you line this up, look, the end of this crayon and the sweet potato is exactly the same. Then look at here. The end of the sweet potato and the crayon is exactly the same. Are they exactly the same length as the crayon? Yes, they are. So we're going to circle. So the ones that are as long as, we are going to circle. Okay, let's look at the strawberry. Let's line it up here. You notice at the end, it's right at the same end. Then let's line this up at the end. Is the strawberry the same length or the same as long as the crayon? Is it the same? No, it's shorter than, isn't it? It's much shorter than this crayon. So we're not going to circle that one. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, so the asparagus. Ooh, I love asparagus. I don't know if you like asparagus, but I really do. It's one of my favorite vegetables. Okay, so here they're lined up. Let's line up to the end of the crayon. Is the asparagus as long as the crayon? Same length? No, look. It's longer than the crayon. The asparagus is longer. Look, it's much bigger. It's longer than, so we're not going to circle that one either. All right, let's come down to our toy truck. And let's line up on this side. You notice? Lined up, it's the same, lined up here, same. Whenever we're measuring, we have to measure the same to the same. Okay, so we'll go to the end of the crayon. Does that truck, is that as long as the crayon? No, look, it's shorter then. Do you see it's shorter? If I was to line it up at the front, do you see we still have some crayon showing? It's not the same size. It's shorter than the crayon. So we're not going to circle that one either. All right, let's look at the green bean. I also like green beans. Who here likes green beans? I know some of you do. Okay, so we're lined up here. That's the same end. Let's go ahead to the other side. Let's line up. Ooh, look at that. Does that look the same? Is that as long as the crayon? Is the green bean as long as the crayon? It matches up here. And it matches up here. Sure indeed, it is. So let's go ahead and circle that one. It's as long as the red crayon. All right, here we have the corn. Let's start at the beginning. We've got to line it up on this side. Is that the same? Yep. Okay, now let's go to the end of the crayon. Oh, is the corn as long as the crayon? No, it's longer than, look, it pokes way out. It's longer than the crayon, so we're not going to do that one. Now this paper, if you remember, these papers doesn't have a place for your name. Go ahead and put your name right up here. So Mrs. Duffield. And we are done with this one. So let's put this one off to the side. Okay, so this one right here, this is a letter for moms and dads. And this just talks about what we're going to be doing in chapter 9. And it has a, kind of a book that you could do if you want to, I don't know if the long, short, I'll have to look that up and see if that's on Epic for us. So then you can look up, we've got longer than, shorter than, shortest, longest, shorter than, and taller than. Those are the words that we're going to learn and the terms that we're going to use. And this is a little game. You can cut these objects out. Oh, wait a minute. It says directions. There's two kinds of small objects, such as the bottle caps and the coins, so you can use those as markers. Directions. Players predict whether an object on the board is longer or shorter than the game strip, and then measure to check. If correct, the player places a marker on that square. The first player to fill these 3 spaces or a cross is the winner. Well, I'm going to have to think on that one because I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I see. Okay, so Mrs. Duffield had to look at it for a minute. You cut out this little piece right here. You see this little piece right here that's purple? Cut that out. Okay. And then you're going to determine, is this longer than or shorter than this right here? If you get it right, you get to place a marker on that square. So if you say that it's, for instance, you have this here and you say that it is shorter than, then you get to go ahead and put your place there. If you say that this is longer than, then you get to put your place there. So, okay, so that's that. That's a game you get to play. Okay, this one, make sure this is longer and shorter, so make sure you put your name. Always put your name on all your papers. Mrs. Duffield. Okay. Now, you notice there's marks here. Here, here. That's for this one. Here and here. That's for this one. Here and here. That's for this one. These are different kinds of ribbon, like that you would find to do sewing and stuff. It says, draw a ribbon that is longer than the one you see. So we need to go longer than this ribbon. So this is the end, and if you remember, it has to go further or longer than the ribbon. So I'm going to draw a ribbon, I want you to do that too, that is longer than the ribbon that is shown. You can make it look simple. I'm going to just make little squiggles in mine. There we go. There's my ribbon. Okay. In this one, I want you to draw a ribbon that is longer than this ribbon. Okay, so draw a ribbon. It doesn't, you get to pick how much longer. My ribbon's right here. Is my ribbon longer than that one? Yes. just a little bit. I'll go ahead and make my ribbon. There we go. Okay, here's a flower ribbon. Draw a ribbon. Go ahead, please. Draw a ribbon that's longer. Longer than this ribbon. It needs to be longer. Is my ribbon longer than that one? It sure is. Okay, ooh, this is a long ribbon, but you need to draw a ribbon that is longer than the one you see. Now make a nice long ribbon, my goodness. Okay, and then I've got fancy patterns right inside my ribbon. Okay, there you go. Now you're gonna do this one all by yourself. I'm gonna do one of them, just so that you can understand this is not longer, this is shorter than, shorter. So here's our piece of grass. I need to draw a piece of grass that's shorter than this one. Is that shorter? Shorter than? Does it equal? Nope, it's shorter. See, it's smaller, smaller, shorter, smaller, shorter. Okay, we'll do this one. We're going to draw some berries on a twig that's shorter than this one. Is that shorter? Is that shorter than this one? Okay, good. I want you to complete this one and this one. Go ahead and do that now. I'm going to give you a little bit of time where you can pause the video. Go ahead and pause it so you can do shorter. Draw a piece of grass on this one, the yellow grass, that's shorter, shorter than. On this one, you're going to do a little, this is called a pussy willow. It has these little gray things are super soft if you've ever felt it. So you're going to draw a pussy willow that is shorter than this one. Shorter, shorter. Longer, longer. It's bigger. It's longer. This one's shorter, this one's longer. Shorter, longer, shorter, longer, shorter, longer. On this side, this one's longer, and you're drawing one that's shorter. Shorter. Okay, and then complete these two. Okay, we'll put that one off to the side. This one looks fun, huh? You get to use your little cubes. Okay, shorter than and longer than. Of course, always write your name. Okay, so we have our cubes, and if you notice, I've got 3 cubes here, and they've got 3 cubes. They've got 3 cubes here, so 3 cubes here, okay? So you don't have to use all of them at the same time. You've got enough cubes, so we'll do 3 and 3. So just use 3. So it says use 3 connecting cubes to measure each object. Use a blue crayon to circle the objects that are shorter than 3 cubes. And use a red crayon, so you need a blue one and a red one, or close to circle objects that are longer than 3 cubes. Okay, so we're going to circle the ones that are shorter than 3 cubes first with our blue one. So let's measure, okay? So this celery, you're going to line up the end of your cubes here with the black line here. Okay, so let's look. Is the celery, this celery, is it longer or shorter? It's shorter, it's not as big as the 3 cubes. So we're going to use our blue crayon and go ahead. Okay, let's line up this one. Nope, that one's bigger. That one's longer. So let's wait. We've got our blue crayon. We're looking for the ones that are shorter. Look at this one. Let's line this one up here on the black line. Is that shorter? Here, if you cover it up completely, you can see it poking out, so we know it's not shorter. So nope, that one's not shorter. Okay, let's line up the leaf on the yellow star. Is that one shorter? Nope, it sticks right out the end. If we cover it up again, look, line it up at the black line over here. Yep. Okay, let's line up on the little carrot here. Ooh, is that one shorter than 3 cubes? Is it smaller? Yes, so that one is. So let's go ahead and circle that one blue. Okay, let's do this line. We're looking for shorter than. We're going to circle them all blue. Is this one shorter than? No, it's sticking out. It's not. Okay, let's line this one up. Ooh, this one, see, if I can put it over top and it covers it completely, that's a good indication, but we need to make sure it's not exactly the same size. But look, it measures right to there, and there's still a little bit of the red that sticks out of the end. So this is definitely shorter than our 3 red cubes. So let's go ahead and circle that one. How about this one? Is that shorter than the 3 red cubes? Yes, it sure is. You guys are doing so good. Good job. Okay, let's line up this last big carrot. Oh, is that shorter than? Is it shorter than? What do you think? Is it smaller than the 3 red cubes or longer? Yeah, you're right, it's longer. Okay, so now let's pick up our red crayon. We've got a red crayon, and we're going to look for longer than. So look, if you look at this, we line up the ant. Look, see, the ant is longer than it's sticking out on the end. If we measure this guy, he's shorter. He's shorter than the 3 red cubes. So shorter than, longer than. Okay, so let's start here. We already did that one. So let's look at this one. Ooh, is that longer? Longer than the 3 red cubes? Yes, it sure is. It sticks right out of the end. Let's go ahead and circle that with red. Or something that looks like red. Mine's kind of close. It's kind of hard to find red in the classroom. Red and brown and black are ones that, boy, they go missing. Okay, how about this one? Is this one longer than? Yeah, look, it sticks way out the end. Let's go ahead and circle that one. Good job. Okay, we've got our leaf here. Is this one longer than? Yes, indeed, it sticks out the end there too. So let's go ahead and circle that one. And then we have one more down here. Let's look at this carrot. Is this one longer than? Yeah, it sure is. Stuck right out all this green part stuck way out longer. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. And this is going to be shorter than, longer than, same thing. But they've got blue ones. Now you might have any color. I don't know. I sent all different colors home. But you need 4. So put 4 together. So we're going to do the same thing. And you need a blue crayon and a red crayon. And the blue is going to be shorter than. The red is going to be longer than, just like we did on the other side. So I'm not going to do this one with you. I'm going to do the first one like they did. Okay, so I want you to see if you can do this all on your own. If you need to ask Mom and Dad for a question or help, or you need some help from me, you can definitely call me. Okay, so we're going to line this up. If you notice, we're lining it up with the black line. And do you see how our corn, look, if I was to line this up, black line to black line, so the black line on this one is where we start. Is this shorter than my 4 cubes? Yeah, it's smaller, it's shorter than. So we're going to circle those blue, and they circled it blue for us. Okay, so let's line this one up. We're going to line it, always when we measure, we line it up so that this end, the end of this, is lined up with that end of that black line. Okay, is this shorter than or longer than? Does it stick out the end? It's hard to tell in my picture, huh? So I'm going to put it over top. It's easier when you're looking at it. Can you see any on the end there? Yeah, it pokes over. It's actually longer This corn is longer, and it's easier to see in person. It's hard from the view that you're seeing from me. This one's longer then, so you're gonna make that one red. Okay, so go ahead and take your 4 cubes and finish measuring. If it's shorter than here, you're gonna use blue. Shorter than, blue. And always look up here if you get confused. Longer, if the object is longer than 4 cubes, you're gonna use red. Okay, go ahead and finish that page. I'm gonna tell you how to do the next one. And the next one is your last one for this week. Okay, so this one, we are going to be using the words shortest to longest. So we have 3 objects here. And this one, the first one, is giving us the example. Oops, I need to put my name, Mrs. Duffield. Okay, there we go. All right, we're gonna circle the objects that are in order from shortest to longest as you go from top to bottom. So we have top to bottom, and they need to be in order from top to bottom. Shortest, okay, so the shortest means the smallest, like the 3 bears. There's small, medium, and large. Shortest, and that goes in order. And this first one, small, medium, large, or short, long, longest. Short, long, longest. And you can see if we were to measure these, we'll line them all up on this side. This one is smaller. The yellow is smaller than the blue. And the blue is smaller than the purple. And they all go in line. Shortest, long, longest. They all go in order. So let's go ahead and circle all of the hats. You can circle all of them. Circle them. Okay, let's look at our wheelbarrows here. So we've got 3 of them. Is the shortest one on top? Which one is the shortest one? Is this the shortest one? Is this the shortest one? Is this the shortest one? Yes, you're right. So this one should be on top like this. So this is not in order of shortest, middle, longest, is it? So let's go ahead and cross that one off. I want you to look at these 2 and decide if it's shortest to longest, short, long, longer, go ahead and circle it. If it's not shortest to longest, cross it off. I'm going to let you do those 2. I'll give you just a minute, and then we'll do the other side together. If you need to pause, that's okay, and I'm not going to give you the answers. I want you to think through this one. Looking at these 2 as your example, go ahead and pause the video so you can do these 2. And we're going to turn it over here and do the last page together. And we're doing the same thing on this side. And I'm going to do the first 2 with you, and I want you to do the last bottom 2. Okay, we're looking at shortest to longest. So we need to have shortest, long, longest. So let's look at our slugs. They are so cute. Is this the shortest one? Is this the shortest one? Is this the shortest one? You're right, this one is shortest. So are they then listed from top to bottom? Shortest, long, longest? No, go ahead and cross that one off. It is not. Okay, let's look at our caterpillars here. We need shortest, long, longest. We need to go from top to bottom, shortest, long, longest. Okay, let's look at it. Is this the shortest one? Ooh, what do you think? Is this the shortest one? Is this the shortest one? Ah, you're starting to get it. Okay, shortest, long, longest. So yes, this is from shortest to longest, and they're in order from top to bottom. Good job. I want you to look at these last 2 and do these last two by yourself. Are they listed shortest, long, longest? Are they listed in order from top to bottom? Is this one shortest, long, longest, listed from top to bottom? If not, cross it out. And if it is, go ahead and circle it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and this is our last page for this unit for this week. So good job on our math. We're doing measuring. We're gonna do some more fun measuring and do farm units next week. So good job on your measuring this week, and we will see you for the next assignment. Bye guys, here's me and Pig Duck saying, keep up the good math. See you later, bye.